Horror movies are an insanely impactful part of modern cinema. For years, they've terrified, thrilled, scared, and even delighted audience-goers with their content and atmosphere. These films excel at creating a claustrophobic and intense tone and experience that you can't find anywhere else, leading to an experience that has drawn thousands of eager audiences to new horror releases every year. When talking about the modern landscape of horror, however, it can be difficult to remember some of the films that reinvented the genre back in the day, such as the 1922 silent film Nosferatu, a symphony of horror, a German expressionist film featuring one of the most recognizable icons of horror cinema, thanks in part due to his appearances on SpongeBob. This film is a movie which many film fans have heard about, but very few have seen or experienced the film as a whole. Filmmaker Robert Eggers has arrived on the scene with a new modern-day take on the original film, in which he updates the sensibilities of the original story and instills his own unique style and flair into the property. And what style it is! Eggers is no stranger to lush and lyrical cinematography and visuals within his films, and this just further proves that. The first hour is a slow burn setup filled with so much meticulous care and attention to detail. Thomas, played by Nicholas Hoult, is called by his employer to travel to a prospective and mysterious client in a faraway land, in order to organize the proceedings in which his client is to travel to their town. As Thomas begins his journey, Eggers juxtaposes the horror that audiences are about to witness with the gorgeous scenery of a winter landscape. Yet these moments of beauty are undercut with a sinister undertone that slowly becomes more palpable as the film progresses. The film is a masterclass in establishing such an eerie and off-putting tone from the start, as the introduction to the castle and the character of Count Orlok himself, played in a staggering performance by Bill Skarsgard, both do a great job at establishing the tension and portraying to audiences that something truly shocking and eerie is about to occur. Except, the biggest fault of the film is that it doesn't. Audiences are left waiting for this eerie setup to continue within the events of the film, but the tone and atmosphere are completely diminished by a middle act of the film that meanders along with zero overall relevance to the plot. We are introduced to the character of Ellen Hutler, who is Thomas's wife and is played here by Lily Rose Depp, as she is plagued with visions of the Count and lies in a trance most evenings. The introduction of this character serves to highlight the dramatic tension between the three characters, but the film's fault is that it spends a little bit too much time establishing this connection. The middle act of the film is fraught with scenes in which close friends and associates of Ellen travel from location to location trying to find answers, which begins to get too overdrawn and stuffed as the runtime progresses. As the original film is only an hour and 20 minutes, it makes sense that Robert Eggers would seek to add more depth or nuance to this property, but this stretch of the film overall feels like an exercise in trying to captivate the audience's attention more than it has any relevance or urgency. There's one specific task this part of the film seeks to serve, however, which is to set up a conclusion to the film that is jarring, out of place, and doesn't overall feel as impactful as the rest of the film. The film struggles to end on a note that feels relevant or satisfying enough for the emotional and dramatic journey we've embarked on as audiences thus far, leading to a moment as the credits roll where you might find yourself going, "That's it?" The film also makes an unfortunately shocking third act choice that feels very mean-spirited and in poor taste on the filmmaker's part. I won't spoil it here, but if you've seen the film, you'll definitely know what I'm talking about. Aside from her character, the main problem here is that Lily Rose Depp, as talented as she is, did not fit into the character here whatsoever. Her performance felt awkward and overdrawn at times, with moments in which events occurring involving her were grave and serious, whereas such choices on her performance were somewhat unintentionally comedic. To say Nosferatu is a bad movie in any regard is untrue, but to say I overall enjoyed it and recommended it would be a stretch. Eggers has never been in finer form as a filmmaker. It is clear to see here. The movie is visually stunning, among the best of the year in this regard in fact, and the dread-filled atmosphere is perfect for a gothic horror tale like this. It's so disappointing then to see a film where the ingredients are all there, but where I left feeling somewhat let down by the execution. A recommendation to horror fans is warranted, as this retelling is certainly chock full of gothic vibes and some eerie sequences, yet it also feels somewhat constrained in its final form. That's why I'm giving Nosferatu a 3 out of 5 stars. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this review on my channel. If you're new around here and you like the content you see, don't forget to click that subscribe button down below, like the video, and turn on push notifications. Also, leave comment suggestions down below for future video, essay, and review topics. With that being said, until next time, this is Mitchell signing off. Peace out.